Pledge of allegiance. Aaron, lead us, please. They switched to us.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Okay. Chair Carrie Cushing,
Here.
Vice Chair Jamie Labor,
Here.
Commissioner Aaron Todd,
Present.
Commissioner Cameron Carizales, Commissioner Miguel Magallanes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, oral communications. This is an opportunity for citizens to presentations or comments not related to agenda items, but within the responsibility of the Fillmore Planning Commission. Each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. Do we have any speakers? Okay, then. Okay, go down to consent calendar. Consent calendar, since we don't have at least 3 commissioners that were here last time, we will go to continue the minutes approval until next meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay. Okay, next, public hearing. Consideration of a 1-year time extension for development permit number 20-3, including density bonus number 22-01, a lot merger and a lot line adjustment, and a CEQA categorical exemption. Brian.
Good evening, Planning Commission and City of Fillmore. This is a consideration for a time extension on a project that was previously approved by this body. It's called the Riverview Gardens, residential community just down the block here. It's a time extension to development permit 2003 and density bonus 2201. The project site is at the corner of Central and River Street. It's that vacant sort of weeded area that you see right there next to Rite Aid. The site is zoned commercial highway. It was previously approved back in April 2022. None of the governing documents have changed relative to the project site, so all the regulations are exactly the same as they were in 2022, and the site conditions are exactly as they were in 2022. Maybe a few more weeds, but nothing's changed. So no new considerations, and the developments in the surrounding area have not really changed either. We had finishing out of the condominiums across the street that KB Homes built, but more or less the surrounding conditions are the same as they were in 2022. This is just a glimpse of what was approved, just to recall. The site is a mixed-use project. It's north of 3,800 square feet of commercial spaces along Central, 88 residential units, and 14 of those would be deed restricted to low-income households. This is just a short summary of the permits that you outlined at the beginning. Development permit, density bonus, lot merger, lot line adjustment were all approved by this body and all part of the existing entitlement. It was approved. It also allowed an authorization for the planning director to do the lot merger and the lot line adjustment, and that's all baked into the conditions of approval. This time extension, so it was approved, I'll just give you a short summary of the project. It was approved April 20, 2022, and then about 6 months after that, the applicant submitted the construction document, so that's all of the building plans and the engineering plans came in thereafter. They made pretty good progress up through the first year, and the planning director has the latitude to say that that was substantial progress at that time. They had moved through all of the building plan approvals. They made a lot of good changes. We ended up with a pretty good looking project, and they were still left in civil engineering, and then things changed financially, interest rates, something with the project went awry. It got mothballed for a bit. So it sat dormant thereafter with approved construction building plans. So it was granted an extension by default because they were making progress. And then the building plan approval expired just July 5 of this year. So the applicant submitted a time extension prior to that date. And so we're here to extend that date for one additional year under the municipal code. So really, the only change that we're looking at making to the permit is shown right here. That's condition H, and it's highlighted there in yellow. So we've struck out the initial 1 year, and now we're out to July 5, 2025, and that's to commence construction. That's what you'd be changing tonight. So by July 5, 2025, this is a short list of all the things that the applicant would need to complete in order to keep the permit alive. Update to the building code, civil plans approved, lot merger, lot line adjustment recorded, construction permits obtained, and then commencing construction. Again, this is the site plan. It shows the arrangement of the buildings. It shows the access. None of this has changed. So we're ready to construct as soon as we get the plans finalized. Elevations. This is just a short summary of how the buildings ended up. Our recommendation tonight is that the Planning Commission adopt the categorical exemption for the development permit 2003 and density bonus 2201, and adopt resolution 241049, approving a time extension to the development permit and to the conditions of approval, extending thereby also extending the density bonus and the lot merger and lot line adjustment. I'm here to answer any questions.
Can you go back to the overview where it shows the actual roads, please? It's going to be, it's the graphic towards the end that shows like it's right there, yeah.
Site plan?
Yeah.
Sure.
Top or upper left, where it looks like building E per se is. Didn't we approve where that was to be like like a common area for people coming from the shopping center could gather or
Yeah.
utilize? Is that still in existence in this area?
That is still in there. That was discussed at I think it was the first Planning Commission, and then there were some changes made, and then it was accepted. It shows what those changes are near the fountain there. There's, if you can see my mouse, there's a bench seating area, and then that whole landscaped section there. So that's considered the common area. It's surrounding the fountain, the existing fountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is ultimately what was approved and discussed, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you for pointing that one out.
Sure.
Okay, I don't have any questions for it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to, staff recommends the Planning Commission take the following actions. 1, adopt CEQA categorical exemption for the time extension to DP 20-3 and DB 2201, and adopt Planning Commission Resolution 241049, and approve a time extension to DB 20-3, subject to conditional approval of the attachments, which extends to DP 2201 and the lot merger and lot line adjustment. Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion off of what, I'm sorry. I was talking low. I will make a motion to approve this. If you need me to read it all out, I can.
Yeah, go ahead and read the number, starting with adopt CEQA categorical exemption.
No problem. So I will make a motion to adopt CEQA categorical exemption for time extension to DP 20-3 and DB 22-01. And to approve Planning Commission Resolution 24-1049, approving the time extension to DP 20-03, subject to the conditions of approval, which extends DP 22-01 and the lot merger and lot line adjustment.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any questions? Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it passes. Thank you. Okay, business items. Planning and Community Development Director.
Hello, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. I just have one comment.
Behind the scenes, we have a building inspector, and you guys rarely see him, but I believe you may have known a long-term building inspector that we had here, Mike Crockney. He's also our code enforcement officer. Well, he passed away Sunday night, so after a long illness, and it was kind of expected. I just want to let you know that. I don't have anything else to report.
Okay. Planning Commission, do you guys have anything there?
I have nothing. Okay, let me back that. Let me back that up. I thought for a second. I've noticed there's been good improvement around the Sonic area. Has there been any other feedback or anything that's could potentially delay that project any further?
No, it's making progress now. Has encroachment permits. It's obtained all the permits it has. Struggling a little bit in construction. It's a pretty complicated construction because it's tight. They're telling us, I think, late fall, winter opening, but I think realistically maybe late spring.
The other question in regards to that is, has the sheriff's department said anything about any of their worries about traffic or crowds when that opens?
They haven't mentioned any of it. We did an extensive entitlement review, public hearing process, and plan check. They haven't mentioned anything like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it seems like when a restaurant opens up, it's going to be busy.
Absolutely.
Well, Sonic corporate office explained to us that it will be exceptionally busy for the first 3 to 4 months. In the first 3 years, it'll be really busy, and then it'll be like every restaurant. It's an everyday type of use by the time we get used to it.
Good, okay.
One last question in regards to that. Are they planning on doing the traditional Sonic where they come out on skates?
I don't know.
Because I'm hearing two different things.
It's designed that way, but I don't know if that's how they're going to operate it.
Okay, all right, perfect, thank you.
Jamie, nothing? Okay, I don't have anything. Okay, so we will adjourn the meeting to the Planning Commission regular meeting scheduled for September 18th, 2024 at 6:30 PM. City Council Chambers, 250 Central Avenue, Fillmore 93015. Thank you. 14-minute meeting.